Traders, welcome back to the Master Your Trading Mindset movement. We're currently in day 23 and we're talking all about going full-time as a trader. What are the common misconceptions? What are the common traps with going full-time? How can you increase the probability of being successful when you're full-time? What are the few things you need to pay attention to right now to ensure you transition into a full-time trader successfully? We're going to be talking a lot about going full-time. I personally had my own experiences doing this, and I've also helped many traders go full-time and be successful with that through my 12-week program, through coaching, etc., etc. So I'm really excited to jump into this masterclass. I know going full-time is a huge goal for many, many traders, but there are some common traps, there are some common misconceptions and some common risks that you need to be aware of before you transition into being a full-time trader, which we're going to cover in detail in today's lecture. Now, if it's the first time checking into any one of these videos on the Master Your Trading Mindset movement, this movement's all about getting the awareness of focusing on the right things to focus on as a trader. Everybody knows that trading is 90% mindset and psychology, yet very few traders put the time, energy, or effort into empowering their psychology, into studying and learning about the brain, into investing into tools and principles and ideas to help them level up their psychology so they can manage emotions, so they can make better decisions. So for these 30 days throughout December, I'm putting a video out a day for 30 days to help traders focus on the right things to focus on, to help them master their trading mindset, to give them the tools, the education, etc., to ensure traders have empowered their psychology heading into 2023 and they have the most successful years yet. Now, all I ask from you guys and girls is if you find value in these lectures, please share them with your friends, your trading friends, put them in your trading communities, put them on your social media, etc., etc. Let's get this movement out there. Let's get traders focusing on their psychologies heading into 2023. Now, without further ado, we're going to get into this masterclass. We're talking all about going full-time. Is it worth it? Is it worth it as a trader? And I know I've helped many traders go full-time successfully. I've also helped many traders come to the realization that they just don't want to do that necessarily because they had a little bit of a fantasy around being a full-time trader. And when we went in there and cracked that, they realized the realities of what it isn't suited for them. And they're better off pursuing other options, which we're going to discuss in today's lecture as well. So I'm incredibly excited for this one. Let's get into it. Now, the big problem here is that traders are unprepared for the reality of being a full-time trader, like I mentioned before. Traders have this fantasy in their mind about what being a full-time trader is all about. They think it's all positive. They think it's all bliss. They think it's all, you get all this free time now. They're projecting this fantasy onto full-time, and they're just unprepared for what trading full-time is really like. And I'm going to start to dispel some of these myths. I'm going to start to give you some key insights. I'm going to give you some really great solutions in this lecture to ensure that if you still do want to go full-time, which I know a lot of you guys and girls will, you do it successfully. I'm going to give you some high priority things to focus on. Now, most traders are unprepared for the realities of being a full-time trader. Why? Because what they're doing is they're currently in a 9-to-5 job, or they're currently in a workspace that they're unfulfilled by. In their mind, they've got a lot of pain associated with their current job. And what they're doing in their mind is to disassociate from that pain. They're projecting a fantasy of what full-time trading is going to be like. And in their mind, they've created this disassociation from the pain of their 9-to-5. They've created this fantasy of escape of the trading full-time. They think it's going to be all positive. And what they're doing is they're projecting all the positive things they think they're going to get from full-time trading, but they're unaware of the drawbacks, the risks, the disadvantages, etc., of being a full-time trader. And it's this common dynamic that I see, that traders dislike their 9-to-5. They use the language, I hate my job, I want to get out of my job, I want to escape from my job. And they want to escape from their job, and they see trading full-time as the escape. In my opinion, escaping from your 9-to-5 job to be a full-time trader is not the way to do it. Because what's going to happen is the pains of the 9-to-5 job are just going to remanifest. They're going to manifest in trading full-time in different forms. You're gonna try and run away from the pains, because whatever you run away from, you run straight back into, and you're gonna run straight back into those new challenges in full-time trading. So you want to be acutely aware of this. That you want to do it very wisely. You want to be aware of how your job's currently helping you become a full-time trader. You want to be aware of all the risks, the drawbacks, the disadvantages of being a full-time trader. You want to have planned and contingencies for those, so that the transition is smooth and the transition is sustainable. as opposed to hating your job, trying to get away from your job, becoming a full-time trader because you're pursuing some fantasy you've created in your mind about it. And then when you become a full-time trader, you realize that the reality doesn't align with that and you're extremely disappointed. You realize you have all these challenges now that you're unprepared for. And oftentimes those traders need to go back to work because they're not financially secure as full-time traders. So I'm gonna make sure you guys and girls don't fall into that trap because I've seen it over and over. We're gonna talk about that today, okay? Now, the solution here, you wanna be implementing these 3 things if you wanna become a full-time trader. The first thing is you wanna link your current work to your trading. If you're uninspired by your work or you dislike your work or you feel trapped in your 9-to-5 job, the wisest thing you can do right now is shift your perception towards that particular work. And you want to do some sort of a linking exercise. You want to utilize some of the tools I teach in the 12-week program to help link your current work and the uninspiring tasks within your work and help you see how those things are actually on the way and helping you fulfill what's most important to you. So let's say, for example, you have the goal to be a full-time funded trader, for example, which is very common. You want to ask yourself, how is me doing my current work right now, how is it actually serving and benefiting my ability to become a full-time funded trader? And one of the most obvious benefits you get from working a 9-to-5 job is the security and income that you get from a 9-to-5 job. And what I encourage traders to do is to shift your perception towards your 9-to-5 job, see it as a pathway to becoming the trader you want to become, and utilize that wisely. You've got a secure income coming from your 9-to-5 job. You have the ability to learn how to trade, make mistakes, refine, while still having a secure income. And you have this opportunity now to build up your system, build up your certainty in your system, build up your certainty in yourself as a full-time trader, as well as build cash cushions and cash savings in the bank from this full-time job. And that's an opportunity of a lifetime to transition to becoming a full-time trader. So you always want to ask yourself, how is what I'm currently doing, how is it on the way? How is it helping me get towards my goal? And it's really a perception thing. It's not the job that you want to be blaming, it's the perception of the job. Because here's the thing, you try and avoid that and you maybe get away from the pains of your job, but you haven't addressed the root cause, which is your perception. Those challenges are they're going to manifest in your trading full time. And you're going to have challenges in your full-time trading that you're unprepared for. So my suggestion is always link the job, current job. How can you get grateful for it? You're in it, you may as well be grateful for it. Use it to your advantage to help you become the individual you'd love to become and see it as on the way as opposed to in the way. And some of the great benefits you get from working a full-time job is the number one is the income, the security of income, the ability to build a cash savings, the ability to learn how to trade, but also get paid from your company because you're doing that when you're working 9-to-5. The other benefit you get from working 9-to-5, which a lot of traders aren't aware of, is the time restriction of only having an hour or so a day to focus on your trading because the rest of the time is working a 9-to-5 job is a huge benefit because it teaches you how to become more effective and efficient with your time, and it teaches you how to truly focus on what is utmost priority in your trading. Truth be told, you only really need to do a few things before you can become consistently profitable. You need to learn a strategy, you need to backtest that strategy and become certain in that strategy and build a trading plan from it. And you don't really need that much time in a day over a 6-month or a year time frame. You maybe need an hour a day to do that. And you can very easily become consistently profitable while still working a 9-to-5 job if you manage your time wisely and if you focus on those high priority things. And all the while you're getting paid from your job to do it. So it's if you're currently working a 9-to-5 job, it's a huge benefit. So like I mentioned here, utilize your 9-to-5 wisely, build cash cushions, and get paid to learn how to trade. The other thing I put here is take leave to test full time. Sometimes to your 9-to-5 jobs, you get the opportunity to take leave, paid leave, whatever it is. Use that time, take a week off and plan out that perfect week, how you would utilize that week as a full-time trader and see if you even like it. You may come to the realization that you're bored most of the time because trading doesn't take that much time throughout the day. So you've got heaps of free time and you're completely bored throughout the day. And you may come to the realization that, you know what, I want to keep my 9-to-5 job or I want to work a part-time job as well as trading. And I know many really great traders who thought they wanted to go full-time, but they took leave from their work and they tested it out. They took a week off and they tested the week lifestyle as a full-time trader and they realized that it wasn't for them. And they came to the conclusion that, you know what, I'm better off working a part-time or a full-time job or better yet, dedicating yourself to another project or building another business, which we're going to talk about shortly. But you always want to utilize your 9 to 5 wisely, take leave to test it out, see if you even like it. On top of that, the second thing you want to implement is you want to build at least a 6-month cash cushion. What are your monthly expenses? Times that by 6, have cash in the bank to cover that. This takes an enormous amount of pressure off your shoulders to have to make money from your trading, which we all know pushes you into outcome-based thinking, takes you away from your trading plan, and makes you act irrationally and emotionally in the market, which will kill your ability to consistently execute and have consistent profit and scale funding accounts. So have cash in the bank as peace of mind, as a psychological buffer to ensure that that's taken care of. And you don't need to trade, you trade when the setups align with your trading plan. And then finally, ensure you have a clear routine before you go full time. Take a week off your 9 to 5 job, create the most inspiring routine, the most inspiring day, and live it, and make sure you structure that. Because a lot of traders have a fantasy that, you know what, I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna trade an hour a day and then I'm gonna do nothing. And the truth is you're gonna get incredibly bored. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. It may be nice for the first month or so, but after that, you're gonna start to deteriorate. You're gonna start to do low priority stuff that burns you out, and you're not gonna be inspired by that life. So ensure you have a clear routine. Have a look at all 7 areas of life. Have a look at what goals you would love to achieve in all 7 areas of life, and then identify the highest priority actions, and then structure them into a routine, and utilize that free time wisely. And obviously structure your time for your trading as well, when you're going to do your forecasting, when you're going to trade, when you're going to execute, when you're going to do maybe some back test review. Okay, so you want to ensure you have a clear routine, because a lot of traders go full time, they don't have the accountability of their job, and now they've got all this free time, they don't know how to use it, and they squander it, and they're not structured. So you want to ensure you have a structure. These are my 3 top tips going full time. First and foremost, see your job on the way. Utilize your job wisely to help you become a full-time trader. It's a perception shift. Build a 6-month cash cushion, and then ensure you have a clear routine to make sure that when you do have this free time, you're utilizing it wisely with high priority actions. Okay, now the benefit of being full-time, we talked a lot about the drawbacks and the risks that you need to mitigate as a full-time trader, but there's a true benefit here that you get from being a full-time trader. And that is, it frees up your time and space. As a full-time trader, you've got an enormous amount of time, free time, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. So this is, in my opinion, a golden opportunity that very few individuals get the opportunity to have. So you want to use it wisely. My suggestion is, when you have this time, you want to have a look at the 7 areas of life, and you want to focus on empowering those areas. The way you do that is by setting goals in those areas, and then identifying high priority actions, and then scheduling those into your day and executing on those every day. The other thing that I think is incredibly wise as a full-time trader, and I've seen many students, many of my clients do this, and the fulfillment level's gone through the roof, the income's gone through the roof. I've seen this in my own life, my fulfillment's gone through the roof, is utilizing the time as a full-time trader to build a service-based business. And this gives you an opportunity to figure out what it is you love to do in your life. Maybe you love health and fitness. Maybe you love nutrition. Maybe you love working out. And that's now an opportunity. You've got the time. You've got an opportunity after your trading, around your trading, to go and help other individuals with what you love. And there's no better position to be in than doing what you love, getting paid to do that, helping other individuals get results in that particular area. So in my opinion, the wisest use of your time as a full-time trader is to build service-based businesses, and to figure out what it is you love, become an expert in that, and then help other people get the same results you've gotten. Anyway, that's a little additional thing that I thought I'd put in there. I've seen many clients do that, and their fulfillment levels go through the roof. All of a sudden, they're helping other people get some incredible outcomes. They're inspired by that, and they get to get paid to do that as an additional income source. So keep that in mind. Okay, now in summary, most traders are unprepared of the realities of full-time trading. Make sure you're prepared for them. They're using it as an escape mechanism from their uninspiring job. Don't be fooled. Whatever you try and run away from in your 9-to-5 job, you're going to run straight back into. It's going to be new challenges as a full-time trader. So make sure you've mitigated those. Make sure you link your current job to see it on the way. Use it to your advantage, and be inspired to become a full-time trader, as opposed to doing it because you're trying to avoid pains in your life. Link your job, build cash savings, get your routine right, and use your time wisely as a full-time trader. Utilize that to go off and do incredible things. Go and live congruently, maybe create a service-based business, help others achieve outcomes in their life, but use that time wisely to live congruently and doing what you love. Okay, well, hopefully this resonated with some of you guys and girls out there. These are some really key insights that you want to be paying attention to before going full-time and making sure you implement. If you found this useful, please share it with other traders that you know would get value from it. Share it in your trading communities, share it on your social media. That helps me grow, that helps the movement get out there, so we can help other traders out there as well. If you resonate with this, you want to be checking out the free 7-day trials, the 12-week program. We go in extreme detail in a lot of these things, and I give you the tools, I give you the processes to ensure that you're overcoming the psychological challenges you have and accomplishing your trading goals. But without further ado, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, day 24 of the Master Your Trading Mindset movement. We'll see you then.